Hello everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. I'm Blake, and today we have the whole crew, Bob.
Hey, how's it going?
And Connor.
Actually, let me do that again.
Bob.
Hey, that's my new intro line.
Yeah, there we go. And Connor.
Hello there.
And Matt.
Not drunk enough.
Yeah. I fully agree. And Yellow.
Good day.
I don't know why I made Yellow sound so tactful. I'm sorry about that. I'm just like, yeah, that Yellow
Oh, yeah,
guy.
and Yellow's here, too.
I'm just the afterthought.
And we have Chapter 13, Awakening, of the plot. No, seriously, the plot actually comes back.
Wow, the plot comes in like 3 chapters away from the end.
Hey, we get plot again? God damn it.
This chapter's not even that flippin' long.
Yeah, the plot comes back right after it's almost irrelevant.
Damn.
But here, Chapter 13, Awakening. Blood. The first thing he noticed as he came awake was the smell. And the taste.
Ugh, so coppery. Ugh.
It was something he had not experienced in a long time.
Wow, when's the last time he drank somebody's blood?
No,
That kind of implies that he remembers it.
You know what it's like? Maybe he did that thing. What was that movie? They had remade it not too long ago. It was like that 80s movie where like this other country like attacks and like bombs, and it's like all these teens.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Oh, Red Dawn, yeah.
Remember they go hunting, and he's like, here, now that you killed your first deer, you have to drink the blood. Maybe it was like that. The second thing he noticed was he was not in his bed at home. That exact sentence.
Again?
He hasn't been for decades
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh my god, guys.
Like, didn't he say almost that exact thing in the first one?
This is cyclical. He's just gonna keep jumping universes.
Oh shit, now he is in Steven Universe.
No!
Awakening into another kid's show.
No!
Yes, Angst much too, the universe.
Angst much too, angst harder.
Yeah.
This time he was not in a cozy little library either. It was cold. The air smelled of blood, and you already said that, and the encroaching storm.
Approaching
The first thing he noticed when he came awake was the smell. No, of course it smells like blood. That's the first thing he noticed.
Wait, it was cold. The air smelled of blood and the encroaching storm. Not approaching, not... Like, the storm is cool if it just stays where it is.
Over, yeah.
This storm is kind of like, I don't have elbow room.
I didn't really want to get rained on today.
I'm sitting next to this storm on the plane, and he's taking the entire armrest. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Don't
We've
steal
got like
my
2
sunshine.
inches between us.
Yeah. He had trouble focusing his eyes, and his body ached all over.
Back to the usual.
Oh, wow.
Something was wrong. Terribly wrong.
No, I'm back in the human world. I woke up.
He reached out with his magic to sense what was wrong and felt not one, not three.
Not three.
He reached out with his magic.
See, they're back.
He's
Yeah,
back in the human world.
Like
Great.
I said, bringing it back to the not one, not three. The magic was there, flowing around him like it always did, but his will had no effect on it. It was like the old world, where he could sense things, but he had no power over them. Wait,
See?
you have magic in the real world, you just can't use it? Really?
Yeah, remember he can wade through electrical fields.
Yeah, I thought he was just like
electricity is magic. He just can't do anything with it except feel it.
And also, he's like a new age.
like he said it was electricity, not magic. But yeah, I guess like new age, it's all energy, man.
It's energy in the air, man.
Man. Yeah, man.
His magic was gone. He began to stand up and clawed the ground in frustration.
Claw at the ground?
with his
Fucking
ground. But he's standing up.
Wait,
Clawed?
he clawed? He didn't paw at the
clawed?
ground.
It's gonna explain. Clawed.
Oh.
Everything snapped into focus again as a shot of adrenaline coursed through his body. Don't do drugs, kids. Regaining his senses and kicking his brain into gear. He looked down and saw he indeed had claws. He turned his head and found that his neck was far longer than it had been. Now he saw his entire body, long, lean, and reptilian. He was a dragon.
Hey.
How was he a dragon?
Good
This
question.
is garbage.
How indeed?
No, wait, this isn't a dragon. This is a human.
No.
Part of his brain wanted to make one of his usual peanut gallery jokes. Never go full dragon.
He wants to. Can you not have a body horror scene and then almost crack a joke, please?
Yeah. Imagine if...
Like, can you take this seriously, please?
Also, he just turned into a dragon, and he's about to say never go full dragon, which basically equates dragons and retard.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's the Tropic
Yeah, it's
Thunder
the Tropic
one.
Thunder thing. Never go full retard. But now he's saying never go full dragon.
You know what? You know when you said body,
surface level jokes. I don't think he's equating it. I think that's just like.
So basically, he didn't think his joke through.
No,
he just wanted to blurt it out.
He just wanted to blurt it out. Yeah.
No. Wait. When you said body horror, I immediately think David Cronenberg. Imagine if in The Fly, Jeff Goldblum woke up and he was just like, "Never go full fly."
Yeah.
I mean,
I was hate to be a fly on the wall when this happened.
I was thinking of The Thing, and I was imagining the Thing guy appears, and he's like, "Wow, you never go full alien monster, am I right?
Yeah. You never go full thing.
You never go full thing."
Yeah, but that wasn't body horror in the same way that The Fly was.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this serious, weird, crazy thing, and he's gonna just crack a joke.
Also, part of his brain wanted to make this joke, and then he makes the joke.
To us.
And then capitalization, he squashed the thought. It was no time for jokes.
Yeah, you don't need capitalization.
Something bad had happened. He looked back down at his claws and saw they were covered in blood. It was in the grooves under the claws, and...
Oh God, it's in my mouth!
That's what she said.
I guess you should have said, no, never go full dragon.
Can't go wrong with the good old, that's what she said. Further realization sank in. His stomach felt distended, as if he had eaten a meal just a bit too large to handle.
That's not what a distended stomach means. African children with distended stomachs aren't too full.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they are
he
full.
Sees those pictures and he's like,
wow, those kids.
I think they're fed enough.
Oh my God. But you need to show that picture. You need to show that picture where it's like the kid from Africa and it's like all these Facebook comments where it's like, it's the Illuminati, they're lying, man. Look how fat these kids are.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can find it.
No, I still have that picture. I still have it.
Oh my.
Take a look now. It'll be on the screen. Let's see.
Oh God, what have I done, period? What did I kill? Who did I kill?
You might not have killed anybody. You could have just attacked someone.
Or you could have just clawed yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you should check yourself over for wounds.
He ate something.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, you better check yourself. I mean, you could tear off a chunk of yourself and eat it. Haven't you ever seen
auto-cannibalism is kind of my fetish.
Haven't you ever seen that scene in Hannibal or whatever where the guy eats his own brain?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Delicious.
Such a good scene.
Panic started to creep into his mind as he envisioned himself blindly going on a rampage among his pony friends. Whoa. He tried to retch. He wanted to empty the contents of his stomach. All that came forth was some bitter bile.
So you didn't eat anything?
Yeah, there you go.
It seemed the dragon anatomy didn't allow for such things.
But you can still...
How?
You can still...
Dragons are not designed very well.
So
I mean,
guess
there are
dragons,
some creatures...
There are some creatures, who can't puke.
Horses, actually. They can't vomit because of the sharp angle between their throat.
I believe rats cannot vomit too, as well.
Yeah. But with horses, it's really disastrous because there have been cases where people overfeed them and it can cause serious damage because they can't puke.
Yeah.
Looking around for a corpse, fur, feathers, anything, he saw no sign of whatever had fell victim to his nightmare. Nightmare.
I'm in a nightmare.
He suddenly remembered. For the last few weeks, he had been having nightmares, dreams of violence.
He was tired of retconning
hunger.
like he was doing previously, where he was saying "Oh, this has been happening over the last couple of years." Instead, he was like, "Well, you don't know how much time has passed, so let's just say in the last few weeks he's been having nightmares, which all started after the rarity thing."
Yeah.
Still, tell us before or during the fact, please.
Yeah.
For the last few weeks, he had been having nightmares, dreams of violence, hunger, and blood. Yeah, and you're right. It's pretty lame to just write something and be like, all of a sudden the character remembered. It's like,
oh yeah, this thing happened.
Oh yeah.
All right, this important thing has been happening for a few weeks now, huh?
I don't remember this important thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's no plot elements that return. Any plot element is like it's all brought up at once.
It's introduced when it becomes relevant.
Yeah, it's not like this happens earlier and then is brought up again. Anything that is part of the plot gets introduced and then it gets immediately tackled.
This is how the story is now. This is angst much. Yeah. Nothing built you up to it, but this is what we're dealing with now.
That is, I think, that is the overarching theme of the story.
Yeah, so he had always awakened to Pinkie Pie holding him. Oh, see, look, he does awaken there instead of came awake. I know that makes you all happy. And a craving for meat. He suddenly missed meat. After 2 years of living on a vegetarian diet, he had stopped craving it. Except bacon. He would always miss bacon.
Internet humor. Everybody loves bacon.
To be fair, bacon is pretty good.
To be fair, people can do without bacon just fine as well.
I'm not sure if I believe that, but... But now after each night, he awoke craving meat again. He never told Pinky about this. The last thing an herbivore wants to hear is her lover was craving the flesh of another living being.
No, I mean, there are plenty of vegetarians who are aware that there are non-vegetarians around. That happens.
I mean, how can you live with yourself knowing that you're eating a mangled animal corpse?
Damn,
it's delicious.
Some vegetarians are like that. A lot aren't.
And since all animal life in Equestria seem to have some small level of intelligence, as if like every animal but humans is just a comatose pile of meat.
I'm fine with slaughtering cows. They don't think.
Cows are plenty smart.
They don't feel.
And they're swag as heck. If you've ever hung out with cows.
I mean, I every summer there's cows right in the little pasture right behind my house, and they're great animals.
They're really cool. They all have
really
personality.
Curious. I love in summer they just walk up to the fence, between our back garden and the pasture, and they always look at us like, oh hey, humans.
Yeah,
the thing is, like, I live in farmland, and every time I've interacted with cows, they always like look me right in the eye and go, "I can smell the blood of other animals." You fucking monster! And I'm wow. Jeez, judgy much.
I guess European cows are just much friendlier.
They're nicer.
Yeah.
But they are seriously like kind of like big puppies because they'll like go to investigate something and they'll run away from it. They're super cool.
Yeah.
And we still eat them because,
they're delicious.
They're tasty. Oh yeah, protein. Wink.
Yeah.
Wink.
He shuddered at the thought. Either way, like my point is that small level of intelligence. Well, as if animals in the real world are intelligent. What are you talking about? He shuddered at the thought. He looked around, seeing he was under a large tree, and somewhere in the ever-free forest, the dark closeness and dank smell of foliage. Oh, dank!
Yeah.
The dank smell of memes.
How was I supposed to know these were weed trees?
How was I supposed to know these were meme trees?
Memes? And dank smell of foliage and decay was unmistakable. There was surprisingly little sound for a forest, but then the presence of a large alpha predator. He's actually done it. He's referred to himself as Alpha at last.
God, there it goes. There goes my last little shred of life has just left my body.
But then the presence of a large alpha predator tended to make the smaller creatures stay hidden. He needed to find out where he was and how to get home, but first he needed to clean off the blood. Despite a lifelong dream of being a dragon. Yeah.
Boy.
Of course.
I don't think even as a child I had a dream of being a dragon.
Well,
when I was a kid,
dragons seem really cool, and that's where that thought ended.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to hang out with dragons.
Yeah, I wanted to meet a dragon, but I was like, well,
maybe ride.
That's not gonna happen.
Maybe ride a dragon. Like a cool mount flying through the skies.
When I was a kid, my parents told me I could be anything I wanted, so I became a dragon.
Oh well, yeah.
Holding a spear. Like
he had never, despite a lifelong dream of being a dragon, he had never attempted to try becoming one here.
Just take out the here, and that sentence gets so much funnier.
I mean,
did he try becoming one in the human world?
That's true. Actually, the implication there is
he
that
tried to become a dragon back
he
when
had
he was
never
a human.
attempted to try becoming one here. Like you could. He intends it to mean before I couldn't try, now I can try, but I'm not going to. But what it ends up sounding like is, I could try here, and I could try back there, didn't try here, didn't try back in my old
You know what it's like? You know what it's like? It's like that video. Remember that old YouTube video where it's like that kid trying to become a Super Saiyan?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Jack's just sitting there like, ah!
No, in fairness, I think we should all just make sure that we can't become dragons. So let's all just give it a shot, quietly. Try to keep it to yourself. Just
No, I can't do one. No,
I got close. I just got close.
Dude, I almost
feel it.
sprouted a tail, but I think that might be
I had a feeling of phantom wings on my back. I was so close.
God.
I felt something start to grow. Was it like
Well,
I'm not even going to finish that. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
His tail, wink.
Yellow, those phantom wings is just because you are actually a dragon. You wear a dragonkin.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You're experiencing your phantom limbs.
Oh,
Hold on, this
damn.
is the real world, so now I have to subjugate him and like hate him for what he is.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to like...
You fucking freak.
We're supposed to like pillage the land and
You're
destroy everything.
You're gross.
Cleanse it all.
This is new to me, I'm sorry.
You're stupid?
You're dumb.
Hey,
Matt, come on, man.
Matt,
Oh,
come on.
Matt,
Okay.
come on,
I think
man.
we gotta pause the recording. We gotta set some boundaries here, all right?
Let's not.
Let's not, you know.
I trusted
that
you,
kind of
Matt.
speech isn't tolerated on the Steel
trusted
Donut.
you.
We're supposed to hate him for what he is, but that's a little overkill.
This is a family show.
All right. I'm sorry. I was in the wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, so just call him a
Okay.
dingus like everyone else.
And this is this is
Dragon
this is
dingus.
the weirdest tangent we've ever gone on.
Probably. Let's get back to the story then.
He was happy as a pony with other ponies, and being a dragon would just upset his new friends.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
he has
'cause
become one.
they've never hung out with another dragon. Spike.
I mean, it's pretty canon that everyone in town is racist. Now he had become one against his will, and apparently done something horrible in the process. He tried again to reach out for the magic, willing himself to change shape as he had done so effortlessly before, but nothing happened. The magic that had become like breathing to him was simply not there.
Well,
That's
Stretching
life.
his wings, he tested his new body. It responded just as naturally as his other forms, other than a few stuffed joints from laying on the ground. He felt fine.
Wait.
Stuffed joints.
I think you mean stiff
Yeah.
joints.
Yeah.
No, I mean
They're
stuffed
next,
joints.
They're next to each
They're
other.
next to each other.
Spell check won't catch that.
He launched himself into the air, glad to see he at least had some of the natural magic that Equestria seemed to give other large flying creatures. Wings alone would never carry his massive weight, any more than a cloud would hold a Pegasus. Weird detail.
I'll take your word for it.
Thanks.
Weird
I
is
really needed
detail.
this world building now.
No,
This
wait, hold on a
bizarro
second. Those
building. Yeah.
wings shouldn't be able to hold that dragon.
Imagine what it would
according
be like
to
if he
all
hadn't
known
included
natural
that.
laws of aviation, there was no way that a dragon should be able to fly. Its wings are simply too fat or too small to hold up its fat body.
Steel Donut Collective, but every time we read Angst Much, Matt reads the entire B-movie script.
I thought the meme was angst much, but every time you read angst much, you drink yourself under the table.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
Matt's
the
bringing it
meme
back.
was angst much, but every time you read angst much, you're just dead.
You die, yeah.
Angst much, but every time you read angst much, it's angst much.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Too far.
You've gone too far.
Circling quickly to catch a dying thermal, he spotted a small stream, and in the distance, Fluttershy's cottage. He glided in for a landing on the bank of the stream, still noticing a distinct lack of wildlife. The smell of the blood alone would be enough to drive off most smaller critters. He washed himself as well as he could, cleaning his claws and head. He at least felt presentable, although the full belly was still twisted in knots of guilt. How was he going to approach his friends looking like this? What would Pinkie Pie think?
I mean, honestly, if they don't care about you in human form, they're not going to care about you in dragon form. They're probably more used to dragons than humans.
Spike is going to be like, oh my god, another dragon.
Finally, I'm no longer alone.
I mean, I don't know why this happened, but I don't know why you got here anyway, so that's just one more mystery to add to the pile.
Yeah.
The thought of Pinkie sent an icy shiver of dread down his back, tying his stomach in further knots.
Oh, dear Celestia, what if I hurt her?
He shook his head to banish the thought.
How is he afraid? Like, is that
Actually, it
hurt
wouldn't take me
past
that long.
tense? Or is that hurt?
I think it's supposed to be hurt in past tense. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, how if that's in hurt and present tense?
Not in
like,
not in future tense.
In future
like, what if I
tense,
go? What if I hurt her in the future? No. What if I hurt her in the past?
I was
Yeah.
just thinking, like Jesus, dude, have some self-control.
Yeah,
Because you're a
that's-
dragon,
Well,
doesn't mean you're gonna
he clearly
immediately
didn't
walk
have
up
it
to her
before,
and-
considering what happened now.
Yeah,
Well, I was
it's-
thinking, like, just because you're a dragon doesn't mean you're gonna walk up and eat her instantly. Like,
But no, it's past.
That said,
It's past tense.
it's
He's
one
like trying to
tasty
figure out.
looking horse.
He's trying to figure out where the blood came from.
okay, alrighty. I was confused.
He shook his head to banish the thought, but quickly swung it around as he heard a startled gasp behind him. Standing frozen in the bushes
Wait,
was a familiar.
he swung? Oh, he swung his head around. I thought swung his thought around.
Yeah, he
No,
swung his thought
standing
around.
frozen in the bushes was a familiar yellow Pegasus, eyes round in fear.
Fluttershy?
Bush mumble?
Fush mumble.
The pony meeped, oh god, and shrank lower, hiding herself behind a wing and shivering.
It's me, Shy. Drax, your friend.
Wink.
He slowly turned around to face her, lowering himself to all fours. Was he walking around on like two legs?
I think he was maybe still flying.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that would be weird as flip.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't lowering himself physically. He was lowering himself
to her
in
level.
esteem.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he was debasing himself to face someone else who is his obvious unequal.
I was about to say, in the words of Lil Wayne, to get on my level, you would need a space shuttle or a ladder that's forever.
Yeah, because those two things go the same distance.
I don't know what happened, but I woke up like this, and I can't change back.
The shy Pegasus unwrapped herself and peered uncertainly from behind her pink mane. All the old fear and shyness was back in full force. Put your mask back on!
Put your mask back on. This is not an excuse for you to have a relapse into healthier behavior.
Oh, does that mean I don't have to do the voice?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you can be.
I've become ungaslighted.
Yeah. Well, unfucked.
Yeah. Drax? How are you, eh?
Not one, not three.
Not one, not three. Maybe he thinks the question mark period is like the third one there.
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Good question about everything.
Drax shook his head sadly.
I don't know, Shy. I need your help. I can't go into Ponyville like this, and I need to find out what happened. I need you to find Twilight Sparkle. Meba, she can find out what happened.
This is the worst time for a Mebe! Not that there was ever a good time for it.
Yeah. And you have to find Pinkie Pie. Tell her where I am. I need to know she is okay.
Well, I mean, Mebe, it's all just part of him not having an accent.
Fluttershy nodded, still unsure.
Oh, okay. Drax. Classic okay. You can come stay at my cottage while I go find them. Wow, that's an actual ellipses. Just, there.
Not one, not three.
That's one, not one, not three.
Please don't need any of my friends.
Wow.
He wanted to blurt out that he would never do such a thing. He wanted to. But the full belly and bloody claws proved otherwise. Bloody guns got me stuck in the cycle. I woke up the next morning still stuck in that cycle. Instead, he just nodded mutely and followed the gentle pony to her home. As they approached, most of the smaller animals that usually frolicked around the place scattered, hiding from the large dragon. He plopped down disconsolately and laid his head on his claws.
Now he is sad.
You looked that word up.
Yeah, you did.
Word up real quick.
It just means like in a
he
way
cannot.
that is disconsolate.
Yeah, he cannot be. He cannot be
figured,
comforted.
but-
I kind of figured, yeah.
He can't be consoled. Part of him wanted to cry, but the rest just felt hollow and cold. Crawling in my skin.
Dude, he probably was listening to that album while he was writing this.
This album was really not this album. This story was really hard to write. I was crying the whole time.
Yeah,
you ever listened to crawling on repeat while writing? It'll fuck you up.
Especially if you're also drunk.
Especially if you're also 36.
I had to get hammered and listen to some brutal nu metal to get through this chapter.
Please wait here. I'll come back as soon as I can with help.
She quickly took to the air, an unusual sight for the ground-dwelling flyer, and sped away toward town. Pew!
Pew.
Just fly away. It was a while before she returned, alone and looking even more frightened. A storm was moving in, and the wind was blowing her mane. Tears streaked her face. Well, it's so anime. The rain had not started yet, and they were clearly visible. What?
The rain?
Yeah,
rain?
the tears.
The tears were clearly visible.
Because the rain hadn't started. As soon as the rain comes, you can't tell tears from anything else.
Now, I want to know, have you ever seen the rain?
Yeah.
No.
The rain had not started yet, and they were clearly visible as she approached the cottage. She came within a short distance, but would not approach the large dragon.
Neither would I.
Drax, what are you? I'm a dragon. I don't do that tongue thing.
Wow.
I just wanted to reference that at some point. Drax looked up, worried.
Shy, what's wrong? Where's Twilight and Pinkie? Why are you crying?
She was panting in fear. Is that a thing people do? Like,
No, I do that.
I'm so scared.
I think cats do that.
Like, it's like, I'm so scared.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Like breathing heavily because you got shocked and yeah.
I mean,
But like that, no, that's scared.
I wouldn't call that panting.
They're panting in. They're not panting in fear. They're panting in like, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Like
I don't know. Fear to me is more of like an internal sort of.
Yeah, I was about to say,
not
like
not
that's
like a visceral
Like,
reaction.
you ever been so like fearful of something that you started panting? I don't know.
I mean,
if I'm really scared, I hold my breath.
I guess if she's having like an anxiety attack, and
Like,
she might be hyperventilating more than panting.
yeah, panting seems more like a tired thing.
Maybe it's just because like she's non-human. Like when I see panting there, I think of like a dog just tongue out, just.
But I like non-humans. I find them attractive. Okay. I find the
ponies of Equestria attractive, and I find you attractive. She was panting in fear and looked as if she would run, but she steel donutted herself, and took another cautious step forward before losing her nerve again.
Not one, not three. Not one, not three.
Not one, not three.
Again.
Oh, Drax. Period. She said she'll be here. She will be here soon. Fuck. She needed to gather some. Fuck. She needed to gather some books.
The lemon yellow
My
pony
headache is like
stopped.
so bad right now. I can't even fucking read.
The lemon yellow pony stopped and looked at the ground, unable to go on.
What about Pinky? Oh God, please tell me she is okay. Tell me!
Why'd you
suddenly
have to go and
Whoa.
make things so complicated?
Oh my God! Yeah! Tell me.
God damn it.
Ding.
Yeah. He suddenly roared, making the frightened pony jump and back up several feet. Okay, I thought you would jump back, not jump and back up.
That was
weird.
Strange. Yeah.
First she
Weirdest
jumps and then she backs up.
Yeah.
In separate actions.
I'm sorry.
Not one, not three.
I'm...
What? What is with him right now? Like, she's
No,
supposed to be
you know what
talking.
he was trying to do? He was trying to do a not one, not three, and he forgot a period, so it's just a period.
It's just a one.
It's not a not one, not three. It's a not one, not three, not three.
Ding.
Oh my God.
A not two,
It's
not
a not
three.
one, not three, not. No, it's a
It's
not
whatever
one,
you
not
said.
three, not three.
Yeah, whatever you said.
It's a not two, not three.
That's what I just said. It's a not two, not three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a one.
I'm just so worried I did something and can't remember.
Can't.
Can't remember.
He can't remember, guys.
Type in with one hand again.
The other hand's
Well, there's-
wiping away tears and grabbing
Yeah.
a bottle
blood.
of Jack.
You see, Drax has never gotten an infection. There's so much alcohol in his blood that if he gets a wound, it just germs are killed on sight.
Yeah. Like the wound, dude. No, he gets a wound and the germs enter his bloodstream and just die.
They're like, ah.
Just imagine the movie Osmosis Jones. Only Ozzy is just sitting around watching alcohol kill all the germs for him.
And everything else.
I just thought he was a modern day Lazarus.
Oh.
He's drunk so much.
His
that
blood is
somehow-
now alcohol.
Biologists cannot confirm that he's either alive or dead.
He exists in a new state.
Yeah.
A fifth state of matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fifth element.
A fifth of vodka state of matter.
Yeah.
Fluttershy looked up. God. Fluttershy looked up at the tears now welling in the dragon's eyes, and her natural loving nature moved her into action. She moved forward to comfort him, hugging his neck, which she could barely get her hooves around. I'm amazed she can get them around at all.
Yeah, he's got a pretty small...
No, guys, not trying to get her leg around it, trying to get her hooves around his neck. That's not a hug, that's choking.
Yeah, she's
Well, I
trying
mean,
to
and she
strangle
managed to get her hooves around,
I'm sorry,
so he must have like a paper
strangulation.
neck.
Choking is the thing you do when you're eating too fast.
Like, she managed to get her hooves around it, though. Like, does he have like a one-dimensional neck?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's just a line?
Well, you can't go around a one-dimensional object.
she's got a two-dimensional neck.
Well, technically, yeah.
It's gonna have to be a three-dimensional neck.
But just very, very thin.
Very, very thin, yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm so sorry, Drax. I couldn't find her. I checked the shop and I checked the house. She wasn't there.
You didn't check the rest of town? Like
I only
there's
checked
like,
the house and the shop, and I mean, I was
After getting with Drax, she has been a shut-in.
You know, I I was thinking I could hit up for a snack, and she wasn't in the shop, so I thought I'd just come back here.
Yeah, what
was I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
She stopped and swallowed hard. That's what she said.
Drax, there was blood.
Not one, not three.
Yeah. Blood everywhere in your house. I didn't find any pony, but some pony must have been hurt bad there.
You think?
At this, Drax's mind froze.
Ruh-roh.
No, it can't be. Not Pinky. Not again. Never again. What do you mean
Not
again?
again.
Did you kill
What do you
somebody,
mean
Drax?
Yeah.
Did you kill her before? Are you already a time
Pinky
traveler?
we've gone through. You need to stop eating them.
Ever since he put her in the hospital and she took months to recover, he had told himself he'd never do that. Like, I could see that sentence being typed here. Like,
What are we talking? What you can't?
I
Wait,
mean,
so
we
he's either
knew
saying
he was. We knew he was mentally abusive. We didn't know he was physically abusive.
Look, either he's saying he was physically somehow he did something to Pinkie Pie before that we never heard about, or he did something in the real world before that we never heard about, which adds credence to that one guy's theory that Drax is actually Celestia's father and her interpretation of her father. Because he's abusive. Now we know he's a drinker and abusive.
Well, I mean, we knew he was abusive before.
No, I mean physically abusive.
Well, he adds more details.
Drax, have you ever killed someone? Like, I don't know.
I guess if this is a confession,
if this is a confession,
then oh man, that would be a juicy scoop for the interview.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's about to explain more here. The last time he had given his heart to someone in this way, bonding on such an emotional level, she had died while he was away on a trip. She had died alone.
What
and
the
thinking he had left her.
Who? When? Who? What? Where? When? Why? How?
What?
Once again, plot elements aren't introduced until they're absolutely necessary. Don't build up to anything.
And even then, you could honestly argue how necessary it really is. Because, let's be honest here, this entire story is completely unnecessary.
You know, this is pissing me off, because this is one of those things that's like this detail could have been added anywhere before, but instead it's added right here. And the only reason it's added right here, the only reason this exists is so we can have more emotional punch in this scene.
Exactly what I was going to say. Like here's how, if you wanted to keep all the events the same in this timeline, you can still make this work. If you had just gone back to when Pinkie Pie and Drax were like, confessing their love or whatever, and instead he was like, I'm not sure I can be in a relationship because my last relationship, blah blah blah, drop all this shit here, and she says, don't worry, it'll be different, and then you come to this point and he goes, no, not again, then we would be like, oh, yeah,
well,
cool,
would
you
have
set
an
that up,
emotional-
it happened here.
Yeah,
Well,
that
the problem
would
is there
actually
is
have.
no set, but the problem is there just is no setup because
Instead we get the sentence, not again, not again, never again, and after that we get the setup for what not again, never again refers to.
Hey, as the classic quote says, a plot element never arrives too late or too early. It arrives exactly when it is necessary. When it is needed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
These arrive way too late.
The setup for this plot element arrived just a little too late. Literally,
They're like,
too late.
Gandalf, it's nice that you showed up, but they killed everybody. We're the only ones
I'm
left
here,
alive.
guys, I'm here. Where is everybody?
So his lover died on a trip. She had died alone and thinking he had left her. The guilt had eaten him for years, driven him to attempt suicide at one point.
God.
Wait. Now I have to ask another question. You left on a trip and didn't tell her anything?
At all.
And she died.
She died somehow,
You should feel
thinking
guilty.
he had
What
left
an
her.
asshole.
She was
You
in your
should've-
heart so much that you
should
didn't
have
tell
at
her
least
you were going away
Texted
from
her. Just shoot her an email. Fucking mail her.
Hey guys, bye.
Well, actually, I could see.
No, not even that, Blake. It's like if you just disappeared.
In the middle of this recording.
Blake, where
Yeah,
is
you
Blake?
just
And
disappeared.
you left for long enough that I died.
Actually, I could
whoa.
I could see this
Is Blake
happening.
here?
Drax sees someone, never talks to someone, thinks he loves her and that they're soulmates, but he has such bad communication skills that he doesn't actually tell her.
He doesn't tell her that, I bet he wasn't even in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
She didn't even know that was what happened.
Guys, I haven't heard from Blake in like 5 minutes. I'm about to die.
I'm assuming he's dead.
No, I'm about to die. Actually, here I go.
Here I go. That should be
Later.
my last words. I feel it. I'm about to die. Here I go.
To extend this tangent just a little bit longer, you know what this sort of reminds me of? Do you remember, Bob, and there was the NES Godzilla creepypasta?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Made by Cosby Duff. And I remember that one also has like a late plot element where he's like, by the way, I knew this person who died.
Right.
But there it makes sense because he had no reason to mention it before, and it was prompted by something in the game. Before,
because it's in first person. It's in first person, and he's telling us, the reader.
Yeah, it's like real time. It's not
also,
real time.
you can even use the excuse that he had difficulty telling us about it because it's emotional, whatever. But this is a third person narrator.
Yeah, and I mean, and that one also, it's first person, and he's also like the idea behind it is he's playing the game, like taking all these screenshots and then immediately posting it with his commentary.
Right.
So it makes sense that he wouldn't tell somebody some random detail about his life. There, if it was introduced early, it would be weird. But it's prompted by something in the game, and he's like, okay, I have to explain this.
Right.
Here, you should have introduced this earlier. You can't just introduce a plot element like this when you had the opportunity to do so earlier, and it would have worked better.
Yeah.
You could have started with the relationship angst the moment the relationship happened, started. That's usually the good spot. It's like,
or
I don't
earlier.
have very good... Yeah, or even earlier. Hell, when, you
talking to Celestia, talking to Twilight Sparkle. There's
also,
100 places you could have done it before this moment.
Like, there are a lot of points where he is like, yeah, my life fucking sucked before I got sucked into Ponyland.
And never gives any evidence of it.
He could have given this. He could have been like, I had this relationship that ended because she died thinking I had left her or something. And I got depressed and nearly committed suicide. You could have put all that earlier when you were complaining about how your life fucking sucked.
And you know what? He didn't, because just like everything else in this story, he just wrote this and never thought about it before until just now. And then he was too lazy to ever go back and add it in.
Yeah.
Which is just this story in a nutshell is, I'm just going to put this in.
And this is why you should generally, write out a plot line for your entire story before you start writing it.
You should generally write your story, your whole story before you post it, not make it up as you go along.
You should generally write your story before you post your story.
You guys want to hear a smooth segue? Speaking of going back, let's go back to the story. That's a pretty smooth segue.
Yeah, the wound was still there, scarred over his heart where it would never be forgotten. And now it had happened again. And it was his fault. He screamed, he roared. The forest shook with the might of his roar and the pain of his heart.
I highly doubt the forest shook with the pain of his heart.
Probably the might of his roar, sure.
No. To her credit, Fluttershy never left his side. She cowered next to him, huddled in a ball, but she stayed there all the time, all the same.
Yeah, petrified with fear.
Yeah. And picked her up carefully in his claws. The scared pony meeped. Oh, God, stop doing that.
Weird, don't pick people up when you've just been accused of murder.
Don't pick people up when you are in an angry rage. Yeah, especially not. Don't pick people up while you're in an angry rage.
That's it. He's gonna squeeze her like a stress ball. Just the scared pony meeped.
Oh, I did it again.
Yeah. But still looked up at him, fear and compassion warring in her eyes. Then he brought her to his chest and hugged her. Ouch, this hurts because you're hard and scaly.
And then he brought her to his chest and he squashed her.
Yeah. She hugged him back with all her tiny might.
Wow. Yeah, just talk more about how, talk more indirectly about how great and powerful you are.
Yeah. And together they cried.
Are we gonna need a hugging while crying counter?
Yeah.
Why does this happen in the story so much?
We can
tears of
add
pain
it
and
with our
loss.
avail whatever counter. That
to be fair, I always have to hug someone and cry after reading this. Cried tears of pain and loss. And after what seemed like hours, they parted. She stayed with him as he lowered his head to the ground, all life gone out of him. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Ripping.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. He didn't have the willpower to even lift it anymore.
Yeah,
but she just held him, whispering comfort into his ear as the tears continued to flow unheeded. She stroked his spiky mane and told him everything would be all right. But he knew it wouldn't. He knew his life was over. The one thing he loved in the world had been taken by his own hand, and he didn't even understand why.
Because you are poison, Drax. You are poison. You destroy everything you touch. Stop touching things,
running
Drax.
through my veins, you're poison.
I feel like that whole rarity speech from before could just be placed right here.
Finally, he opened his eyes.
I don't hate you, Drax, but I hate what you are, what you and me, like all that stuff.
Yep.
Finally, he opened his eyes. He saw Fluttershy, beautiful, kind Fluttershy.
Oh,
sexy,
no, don't! No, come on, man.
Sexy Fluttershy. Maybe he could just replace Pinky.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
dude,
no.
Let's
Maybe
find out if dragon dicks are really as great as.
Rebound.
Guys,
Maybe I can get Drax on the rebound.
Mother to all, but with a heart bigger than a dozen ponies her size.
That can't be good for her.
Oh.
Yeah, able to wipe away.
my heart.
Able to wipe away fear to offer kindness. Kindness she was giving him now, like the mother he had left behind as a child. Did she run away from home?
That's also
Like
something we
mother
should have
he
heard about
had
before
left
now.
behind?
Yeah.
I told you guys,
He had his
like, this
mom,
story
and he
has
ran
no
away from
plot.
home.
Like, this story has no plot, but these last few chapters just like, plot element, plot element, plot element,
Is
plot
Drax
element,
the
plot
kid
element.
from North? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Are we? I'm sorry. Are we reading another story? Like,
No,
did
it's
we
like a
switch?
Gatling gun of plot. It's just...
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We said the wrong link. This is not Angst much at all.
Oh, yeah.
This is a completely different story.
This is another
Oh,
story.
what a
Mike.
I did not
coincidence.
catch that before.
What a coincidence about the character name. I mean, the confusion. You can't blame us for the confusion here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Able to wipe away fear, offer kindness, blah, blah, blah. But all the love and kindness in the world could not mend the emptiness that filled him now. He was hollow, empty.
Wow.
You just said that. He was a monster. He had destroyed
I
the
mean,
one thing
he
loved.
has been a monster the entire time.
was a monster,
That hasn't
empty.
He
changed.
destroyed the
Shallow,
one thing he
empty.
loved a long time ago.
Yeah.
empty.
And now he had only himself to destroy to make things complete.
Yeah, go for it. I'm all for this plan. Go right now. Stop existing, please.
Just to clarify, we're talking about the character, not
Yes.
the real life Drax.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
hurt
Drax,
yourself, Drax.
please cease to be.
The character.
The character.
Yes.
The character.
Yes, please make that explicitly clear.
Yeah.
Getting up, he nuzzled the yellow Pegasus, who looked at him sadly.
Thank you, Shy.
Hold on, can you make this sound more casual?
Thank you, Shy. I am so sorry it has come to this, but I don't think I can be your friend anymore. I am now a monster, and as such I only deserve to live among monsters. Tell Twilight and the others not to look for me. I am going into the forest, and I will not be coming back to Ponyville.
No end
Don't
quote.
don't look for me, but let me tell you where I'm going. I'm going into the small nearby forest.
Yeah.
That's a cry for help. Also, how dare you? There are creatures in the forest that aren't monsters.
Hey,
Yeah.
Like
by the way,
birds?
while you're searching for Pinkie Pie, can you find the missing quotation mark?
Yeah.
And all those
It's
missing
gone too.
periods.
And all the missing
You know-
periods, they're also gone.
My stash of periods is in the attic of the house.
I've been rationing them.
yeah.
You know, I really like thinking of, how he says, but I don't think I can be your friend anymore. I like to think of it as, I really, of him actually telling Fluttershy, you know what, I don't actually really like you all that
That's what
much,
it
and I
sounds
don't
like.
I
think
was
we should
only
be
friends.
friends.
I was only friends with you because I was friends with Pinkie Pie. Like
that's
there's not really
what
a
it
reason for us
sounds like.
to hang out anymore now that we broke up. I mean, she's dead.
Exactly.
Oops.
That doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like like it's bad
You
on
don't
my
deserve
end.
to
It
have
sounds
me
like
around.
it just
No,
sounds
it's-
like you don't deserve my friendship. I can't be
Yeah.
friends with you.
I got nothing
I
for
don't
you.
need to have this friendship
Yeah.
anymore.
This
I
isn't
don't
doing
need to
anything
have
for
the-
me. So
Yeah.
bye.
I don't need
sorry.
to have this friendship. Instead, I've gotten slightly peckish, so, goodbye.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're not required here anymore, Fluttershy. I'm going out on my
Your
own.
your existence is no longer required, Nom.
So let's see. The Pegasus gasped.
No! Drax, you can't leave! Twilight will be here soon and we can help you!
Tell Twilight to hurry the fuck up. It's been hours.
She's getting books.
Yeah, she lives at the library.
Yeah, she does live at the library. Also, why doesn't he just teleport? Oh no, I guess he doesn't have access to
Yeah,
magic.
he doesn't
Never
have
mind.
magic. Yeah.
But guys, you know what I mean when I say that?
What'd you say?
That may be true, Drax, but that doesn't mean you should stop.
I mean, it
I'll
actually
find him in
means
the
he should
forest and
stop.
it's like,
He's sitting. Yeah, no, he's just sitting next
Drax,
to a porta
what
potty.
are you doing here?
I live here now.
I live here now.
That's what Twilight said. Twilight was like, hang on a second,
Nobody
guys. I gotta
likes
go
my
take a
stories.
shit.
Well, that may be true, but that doesn't mean you should stop.
Yeah.
Actually, it does
Yeah.
mean that.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Okay. For more context, go watch True Bloods. No pony can help me now. If I hurt Pinky, then there is nothing left for me here.
I don't value
must
any of
leave.
you.
I don't value any. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's
you
what I
guys
said
can go
earlier.
fuck yourselves. I'm done.
Why didn't he ask Fluttershy to get Celestia?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Why did
She's
he ask
far
for?
away.
Why
I
did
mean-
he ask?
I mean,
for-
if anybody's
for
going to be able to
Twilight?
do anything, it'd be Celestia.
I mean,
But
she'd need
also
to find.
If he doesn't want to live anymore, he should just let Celestia annihilate him.
But she
Well, I mean, she
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
She couldn't before, but now...
He still has the field of magic, though. Like, he wasn't trying to block it, it just happened.
I guess.
Well, maybe he can, if he tries hard, actually make
Maybe
that
if
not
he
happen. So.
contributes as well.
Well, he doesn't
they
control
can
the
make
magic
something
anymore,
work.
so I don't know if he could do it with magic. But the point is that she would have to find Twilight to get to Celestia anyway, because Celestia lives in a castle far away.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't sound like he wants to die. It sounds like he just wants to go away and live by himself.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's
yeah,
what he said.
but also, he could just go to Celestia to get her to revive Pinkie Pie.
That's true.
Didn't she do that?
Maybe.
I mean,
mean,
remember
it's
last time humans came? She, caused a big war. She just restored everything.
I mean, she created the whole damn world.
She created all the ponies. Just make another Pinkie Pie.
But it's not the same.
It doesn't matter. You can just change that Pinkie Pie to whatever you want.
It's not the same.
Yeah, you can make it better.
You didn't even
Pinkie
use
Pie.
magic to gaslight Pinkie Pie. You just used assholery. It's not the same.
No putting them in there. So yeah.
I wanted the Green Ranger.
I just love the way he says that. If I hurt Pinky, there's something left for me. I must leave.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I
must
mean,
take my leave.
honestly, the thing that made Pinkie Pie worth it was the fact that he had to put in some effort.
Yeah, so she can just make like a
yeah,
half-done
he
Pinkie
had to
Pie.
put in like 2 paragraphs of effort.
Half done. Oh my god, that makes my stomach crawl.
Yeah.
Build
My
your
skin
own Pinkie
crawl.
Pie.
Not my stomach.
More for
Someone's
brain
stomach
into
crawl.
being whatever
It
you want
makes
it to be.
it makes everything crawl.
Yeah. And without another word, he launched himself into the air. Pew! Fluttershy had to run for cover as the wind buffeted her from his takeoff.
And
The storm was beginning to empty onto the...
no.
This is a weird way to describe rain. The storm was beginning to empty onto the forest.
Weird.
And she was
It's like a big bucket floating in the sky.
just poosh. And she had
Like a
soon
waterfall.
driven inside.
Well, I guess it's true. Maybe storms really are the angels peeing.
She was soon driven inside by the rain. The last she saw of the dragon was a dark form, making for the canopy as lightning flashed across the sky.
Ominous, ominous, ominous.
Flashes. Yeah. We'll workshop it.
As he flew above the treetops, the lightning flashed around him. The storm
Just
was...
keeps getting brighter and brighter.
Yeah, it's just like, jeez.
Gosh, I'm getting blinded, bro.
Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
The storm was in full swing now, and the winds buffeted him. Just
Again?
Again,
Yeah.
so much buffeting.
yeah.
So much
Control
wobba
C,
fest- wob-
Control
wobba
C,
buffeting
Control
going on.
V, baby. He ignored all of this as he
Boy.
flew on, not sure where he was headed, but just headed away from Ponyville and his friends he had betrayed. He was approaching the old ruins, oh my gosh, of the Twin Sisters. Please don't... is that a reference to the Twin Towers?
I don't-
Is this from the show?
I don't know. Probably
Like
not.
maybe Celestia and Luna made big monuments or whatever. It's like Mount Rushmore, but for ponies or something. I don't know.
I hope so. I don't remember anything, so like for a second I was like, is he referencing the Twin
I don't-
Towers? I severely hope not.
Yeah,
I-
someone
I
look
don't-
this up while we read.
Yeah, I'll look.
Yeah. He was approaching the old ruins of the Twin Sisters when lightning struck the archway.
Lightning.
Stuck.
Lightning, yeah.
And it's stuck.
Stuck.
Wow. I'm sorry, guys. You have to keep
Wow.
in mind, I'm not a bad author, so I just my brain's automatically fixing these misspellings as I read them.
I know, I have the same problem sometimes.
Oh yeah. Brilliant light blinded him, but not before and image
That's
was
beca-
seared into his mind.
That's because of all that lightning. Now everything is just brilliant light.
Yeah. An image of a black pony with dragon wings and a violet mane.
Huh, that sounds familiar.
Oh, for
Dive in.
context, real quick, the Castle of the Two Sisters is an old castle that Celestia and Luna used to live in, but
They were
now
like
they live in the new one.
They were like, screw
Okay.
this place.
Yeah.
You know what it was? That was like their first. They created this world.
Okay,
that's what he means.
From the show.
Yeah. They created this world, so it's like that was like their first Minecraft house, and then they built this big castle.
On the bigger,
And you don't destroy the old Minecraft house because you don't need to.
Yeah,
it's not like you need the materials.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. Yeah,
you can go back to your old place.
That's where you fought the Wither, guys.
Yeah. Diving sharply, he came to a landing at the entrance. Nothing was there, but he knew what he had seen. Making his way into the chamber, barely fitting through the entrance. How big are you? Like when you pick up Fluttershy, like when he picks up Fluttershy, it makes him sound like he's gigantic. But apparently, she could wrap. He meant arms. Let's be honest. She could fit her arms around his neck. So it's like, is he like how big is he?
Maybe. Well, I mean, he's a dragon with a long neck. Maybe he just has a very thin neck, but is otherwise huge.
That would look so weird, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that how they draw dragons in the show?
Well, the main dragon is Spike, and he is tiny as hell.
No, I think the dragons in the show have big fat necks.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I think they look like T-Rexes, man.
Yeah.
But either way, like it's just weird. I can't figure out the scale. So making his way into the chamber, barely fitting through the entrance, he came to the platform at the end of the hall. There standing was something that both confused him, and yet made some sort of perverted sense. It was him.
I mean, it was him. Yeah, perverted sense. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Well, minus the sense part.
Well, yeah.
It was him, the pony form of him at any rate. Wings flared and horned head held up.
Ugh.
Oh no. This is going where
Drax
I'm afraid it's going, isn't
a
it?
serious scene go by without some stupid comments, so...
Yep, here we go.
You have got to be shitting me. In a world of cliches and bad puns, I finally faced the biggest one of all.
Hey Drax, a tip here. If you don't like cliches, don't write them!
Just because you pointed it out doesn't mean that it's allowable now.
It doesn't excuse it. Like, ironically writing a bad story, you're still writing a bad story here.
Yeah, like, to quote the rap critic, actually, pointing out that you're bad doesn't make you good.
Exactly.
Can we move forward? I think I'm going to have a stroke.
Yeah.
He rolled his eyes and clawed the stones beneath him.
Let me guess. You are my shadow self, and now I gotta fight you for the princess and all that. Yada yada.
Ha ha ha.
Okay, hold on.
Ha ha ha. Funny jokes. I was just crying earlier about my dead wife.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, jeez. It's an evil...
Wow.
It's an evil form of me that's ruining my life. Better snark.
Yeah. The Dark Stallion shrugged, then grinned.
Took you long enough to get here.
Original?
It's something like that. Except you don't have to fight me if you don't want to. And I'm afraid your princess is in another castle.
Fuck you.
Honestly, Drax, your dark side isn't any different than you.
Yeah, your dark side is just you.
Why is this here?
You are your own dark side.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Now, Matt, I bet you never thought, like, from the beginning of the story that he'd fight his dark side. But yeah.
What?
He's going
his dark
there.
side is physically manifest in front of him.
We had all this serious, emotional, trying to be emotional scenes, and we're gonna end on this?
Yeah, a bunch of jokes between him and his dark side. Don't forget, Drax.
And I guess we really are reading Angst much.
He cackled evilly and pointed a dark hoof at the dragon before him. Drax suddenly wished again that dragons could vomit. What a beautiful way to end this chapter. Vomit.
Alright, guys, you know what we do at the end of chapters? We all boo. Boo!
Oh, I thought we had to cheer.
Oh no, we're supposed to cheer, guys. We're supposed to cheer.
We're supposed to cheer in celebration of the fact that the chapter is over.
That was the worst way you could have written that.
That was the worst. Yeah, that was.
Like, what's the seriousness of this story? What's the seriousness of this scene? Because
this
you
isn't
tried
a comedy.
to go for serious. You tried to go for, holy shit, something bad happened. I might have done something bad. I need to, leave.
I need to fix my...
I need to, atone for my mistakes.
Finally, conflict is appearing in the story, and you're just goofing around.
First off, you snark at the very start, but then whatever, serious stuff happens. And then you meet your dark side, which, it's a cliche, but that's a trope. That
should be
trope.
a serious moment.
Moment.
Yeah.
And then you and him just have a snark off, and then it ends.
Yeah, if Drax were Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, then Luke Skywalker would be like, "Hey, Daddy-o."
Yeah. There's like,
how about I cut off your hand?
Always a degree of just not taking it seriously. He really doesn't work with what you're writing.
Like if you took that degree to an absurd extreme, you might be able to make it campy. If you didn't have it in there, you'd be able to make it serious. But instead, you insert just enough of it to make us annoyed.
Know that the story is not supposed to be comedy. It's tagged hurt, comfort, drama.
I mean, to be fair, there aren't enough like you can only pick 2 tags for a story. Yeah. So maybe comedy is the third place one that he didn't get in there.
I mean, it's like, look, you can have a funny character in a serious story because there's funny people in real life. It's not just a bunch of serious people.
That's true.
Being serious.
Yeah, like we try to be funny on the Steel Donut, but when shit gets real, we get real.
Yeah,
we don't like we don't like.
I'm not cracking jokes at funerals,
but even. Lighter material or whatever, when it gets dark, everything goes in. There's not one character who's still trying to crack comedic relief.
Including the bad guy.
My point is that if you're trying to be realistic here and just have a little bit of comedy mixed in with the serious and have more like real life, you need to know when to put it on pause.
Yeah.
This is
like
not
at the very
place.
least, Dark Stallion can be like, it's like, your princess is in another castle. And then the good guy can just be like, shut up, let's fight. Like, that's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. But even your good guy is going like, "You my shadow self, and now I have to fight you."
Next time for chapter 14, Atonement.
Atonement.
And guess
is he finally going to atone by ending his existence? I would like that.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's only chapter 14. There's still more.
Yeah,
that's true.
Unless the last 2 chapters randomly follow some other guy.
No. You see, I'm really hoping that the last 2 chapters will be just everybody celebrating that the reign of Drax has finally come to an end.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Join us next time.
Yeah. Join us next time for one of the
sickest. I'm allowed to dream. Okay.
Join us next time for one of the sickest anime fights.
Oh man.
WatchMojo.com
presents top 10 anime fights.
All right. Thanks for watching. Oh, we have a Discord link in the description. You can hang out with us.
Go to the Discord.
Yeah, hang out with us.